It's one of the most exciting days of the rock music calendar for me. I've been to no less than 13 download festivals in my time. It is my very favorite festival. They're about to announce the bands for 2026. Maybe not all the bands, but at least the first announcement of the lineup. And I'm excited. Although, I thought the 2025 lineup was the best lineup there has ever been. A great range of bands I love and some wonderful headliners. And actually, the whole range I thought was fantastic. So I must temper my expectations. I don't think it can beat that particular lineup. But we'll see. There's gonna be some amazing bands. There's gonna be some I've never heard of before. That also excites me. So I'm gonna check them out now. Now I've got this set up where I'm gonna reveal, hopefully, my brother who's producing on this channel is gonna help with this. I'm gonna look at the smallest names on the poster and then one by one I'll reveal higher level layers until we get to the headliners. So we'll discover for the first time here who's going to be playing Download Festival 2026. Very excited. Okay, here it is. Now this year they've got a video announcement, so it's all in like landscape. So I'm going to have to scroll around this thing. But where the black area is, hidden behind that are band names. I don't know what they are yet, which is very exciting. Shout out to producer Paul for putting this together. So I believe I can start exposing bands if I unclick this. We'll get the first smaller band. I'm going to start from the smallest ones and then go up to the top. So, oh man, it's so small. I need to, I need to zoom in. All right, we in? There we go. Oh, okay, I've already seen the name. It's very exciting. Silent Planet. That's incredible. They're a phenomenal band, one of my favorite bands, and they're incredible live. And I don't think they've ever played Download before. That's huge. Slay Squad, never heard of them. So maybe they're great. I don't know. Snot. Snot, a band I'm a fan of. Yet, maybe, I don't know, maybe I need to listen to more of their music, but it's not, I don't really know. Spineshank, that's fucking amazing, actually. I've never been able to actually get tickets to a gig, so I'm delighted that they're playing Download. That, unless there's clashes, is super exciting. Synthetic is one of my favorite rock songs of all time. That's amazing. Spitting Glass, I don't know them. Sweet Pill, I don't know them. Tail Gunner, sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I don't know Tail Gunner. The Pretty Wilds, that's fucking awesome. They're a very exciting up-and-coming metalcore band. I've never seen them live before. That's dope. Tropic Gold, that's huge. They're awesome. Never seen them live before, and they're a fantastic new metalcore band. Then we have TX2. I don't know TX2. Unpeople, amazing. They played this year, in fact. So 2 years in a row. Well done to them. But they are a phenomenal band. That's very exciting. Wayside. Oh, wait, I've missed one. Villanova? Oh, shit. That's fantastic. They put out the best album this year and hit it. And they're going to be huge. And I'm excited they're playing Download fucking Festival. They are with Future History Management, so that makes some sense. But yeah, amazing that Villanova are playing Download Festival. That's fucking huge. Wayside, I don't know. 0936. I've heard a couple of their songs. They're pretty promising. That's quite exciting. All right, let's get back over here. And we'll reveal the next layer. Oh my God, it's quite wide, this one. Holy what? What is Holy Water without an E? Okay, I don't know them. Don't know them. Ive, I don't know. James and the Cold Gun, I don't know. Lake Malice, I know them. They're fairly decent. That's all right. Lake View, that rings a bell, but I don't really know them. By the way, I'm not disappointed by this. I want to discover new bands. That's part of what festivals are for, so that's exciting. Last Train, I don't think I know them. Lowen, I don't know either. Magnolia Park, I kind of know. I've heard a song or two of theirs. They sound good. That's promising. Melrose Avenue. What I do like is a lot of bands that have not played Download either before or recently. That's very cool. Melrose Avenue, I don't think I know them. Mouth Culture, that's awesome. Huge fan of that band. Only discovered them this year, I think. They're fabulous, so I'm looking forward to seeing them live finally. Nasty, I don't know. Native James, I don't know. Do I know? It rings a distant bell, but I can't think of what they sound like. Nevertell also rings a bell, but I can't think of what they sound like. Pussy Liquor. Incredible. They've done well with the spelling there. Okay, there's a band to discover or artist. I don't know. Rain City Drive, that's cool. They're pretty funky. I quite like what I've heard of them thus far. Return to Dust, I don't know, and Self Deception, I don't know. Okay, cool. Right, let's get back over here and get on to the next one. Final of the small bands. Doing Encore, amazing. Big fan of Encore. They're fabulous. Oh, hello. I've moved the wrong thing. And excellent live, so that's fantastic. As Everything Unfolds, also a decent band. As It Is, also I think a decent band from what I've heard of them thus far. I don't know them that well, but they're decent. Boundaries, I do want to see them live. Haven't before. Excellent metalcore band. Very cool. Catch Your Breath, cool. Seen them recently. Very decent. Corrosion of Conformity, it doesn't really ring a bell. Decapitated, I don't know Decapitated. Okay. Die Spitz, I've heard that name before, but I can't think of what they sound like. Dinosaur Pileup, fucking love that band. They're amazing. Fucking great live as well, and amazing songs. Delighted for them. It's been a few years since they were downloaded, so that's dope. Drain, I don't know Drain. Drowning Pool, holy shit. That's exciting. I've never heard Bodies live. I have to hear Bodies live. Also, Sinner is a banger by them. Very cool. Ego Kill Talent. I don't know Ego Kill Talent. Elder. I don't know. Gatekeeper. I don't know. Headwreck. I do know. That's cool. I've heard maybe 2 or 3 songs by them. They're pretty fun. They sound excellent. So that's exciting. Okay. Well, what's great is there's a bunch of bands I've not heard of before. So that's exciting. And then there are many that I have heard before that I'm stoked about. So that's a fucking great start. Okay, now we're into the second tier of bands here. So first, second tier bands, let's have a look here. Sleep Theory. I've heard a couple songs by them. Promising, not seen them live before. That's cool. They're touring with The Pretty Wild, so maybe there's a link there on why they're both on the lineup. Cool. Social Distortion. I don't know, but maybe they're good. I don't know. Story of the Year. That's dope. I've seen them a few times, like 15 years ago, and they put on an incredible live show. So I'm stoked to see them again. That's great. South Arcade, they're okay. They're quite auto-tuney for me, but they're a very popular band. People will be very stoked on them as a booking. They have a lot of fans. That's cool. The Plot in You, that's amazing. This is a band that's been going and being great for a long, long time, but only in the UK recently are they starting to get their flowers, as they would say. So that's amazing. They're going to blow people's minds live. Thornhill, that's huge. I don't think they've played Download Festival before. Or if they have, I didn't see them do it. But anyway, that's exciting. They're a fucking amazing band. They released an incredible album this year. Those Damn Crows, not really quite my thing. Throne, cool. I've seen them live before at Radar Festival. They're excellent. That'll be fun. Bit of hardcore. Tom Morello, okay, is a solo thing. That might be fun. Don't know. We Came as Romans. They're all right. They're an okay kind of metalcore thing if you're into that. All right. Excellent. Next row of second tier bands. Ash. Wow. Gosh. Ash is still going. That's fun. They're a good band. Fun fact, I once played a gig supporting them. That's true. I sound checked their equipment. Anyway, Bloodywood, that's amazing. They're great. They're good fun. Perfect festival band. Bush, again, they played Download kind of recently, actually, but I really enjoyed that. Bush is a cool booking. Dogstar, I don't know. Hollywood Undead, wow. It's been a while since I've seen them live. They can be fun. Again, a good kind of festival band, I think, for me. Imminence, they're a super impressive live band. They will blow people's minds. That's a great booking. Kubla Khan TX, my friend Keir is going to be fucking delighted. And me too. I've enjoyed what I've heard of them. They sound fun. I think it'd be fun to see live. So that's excellent. Landmarks, great band. Very good band. Some of their songs I think are masterpiece level, incredible. Let Live, okay. Interesting. I mean, this is a band I've loved their music. I haven't quite gelled with them live as yet, but maybe they're better live now. I mean, most like their performance visually, very high energy and very cool. The sound quality of it I've never really dug as much. So let's see. Hopefully that's sorted now in the modern era. Mammoth, cool. Assuming that's Mammoth WVH. Yes. All right. Wolfgang? Yeah. Great. Very, very good. Enjoyable. Paleface Swiss. A lot of people will be excited about that. They're a very good, heavy fucking band. Periphery. Amazing. I've seen them only once, and I'm excited to see them maybe. I mean, if they could play in the second stage, I'd be super delighted. Where sound is generally the best. I'd love that. POD are fun. Great legacy band. Good live as well. I've not seen them live in a very long time, so that's cool. Rory. I saw a bit of Rory at Download recently. It was I think it was them. Maybe someone else. They're okay. Scene Queen puts on a very, very good show. Very high quality live performance. So that's cool. Set It Off. I've enjoyed a few of their songs big time. I've never seen them live. So that is kind of exciting, actually. I'm getting more excited as I scroll up this thing. There's a lot of good bands. A lot of good bands. Okay, first logo bands up next. Here we go. We have Mastodon. Not quite my thing, but much respect to Mastodon. I saw them open for Tool many, many years ago. People will be excited about that. They're well liked. All American Rejects. I mean, you gotta see that, right? Let's all sing Swing Swing together. It'll be fun. Feeder. Jeez, it's been a while. I've not seen Feeder in, it's gonna be like 15 years. But that's great, that's kind of the sort of Jimmy Eat World booking of this year, perhaps. That's a good afternoon main stage sort of feel good set, perhaps. That's cool. Cavalera Chaos AD? Is that Max Cavalera band, maybe? I don't necessarily recognize that one. Static X. Okay, it's been a long time since they played down the festival, as I recall. That could be interesting. Blood Incantation. Not familiar with Blood Incantation. Okay, next layer. Electric Callboy. All right, they were supposed to play down the festival a couple of years ago, and they had to pull out because of illness. So finally, a triumphant return. That's huge. Very excited. I wonder where they're gonna be on the billing. What stage they'll be at. They're bigger now than they were then. They were pretty big then. Amazing. Hellstorm. Much loved band. Not quite my jam, but they're very good. They're a very good live band. Ice Nine Kills. Incredible live band. Put on an amazing kind of theatrical performance. So I always enjoy seeing them live. So that's cool. Baby Metal. Of course. Download Festival. Baby Metal play like every other year. That'll be a popular one. They'll have a big crowd. Pendulum. Gosh, a while since I saw Pendulum at Download Festival. That also will probably prove pretty popular. Okay, cool. They're Pretty Reckless. They got some bangers, actually. They're good more on the pop rock end of things. Very good. Very good band. People get annoyed because I call them pop rock. Alt pop rock is kind of in there, but they're very good. Black Veil Brides. I've never quite got into them, but they're very popular. People are going to be excited about that one. Behemoth. Never quite got into Behemoth, but again, it's nice to have a spread of kind of genres and styles within the lineup. Okay, great. Final logo bands. All right, more coming up. Boom. Bad Omens. Another band that unfortunately had to pull out a download when they were due to play. So another return effort there. That's great. I'll be seeing them soon along with Bill Murray, actually. And The Ghost Inside. So very cool. Bad Omens are an excellent band. And, great for the lineup. Cypress Hill. Why is it saying watch again? Oh, it must be from the screenshot my brother took there. Cypress Hill. I'm a fan of Cypress Hill from like 20 fucking years ago, but they're cool. I saw them at Reading Festival many years ago, actually. Not that long ago, maybe like a decade or so. I enjoyed it. They're cool. They're chill. They'll be very high. But they're they got some great songs. Trivium, not quite my style of metal, but that'll be a very popular booking. Very cool. Architects return. Okay, they played I think it was 2 years ago. I saw them recently at O2 Arena. All right, so those are those bands. Now the headliners. I don't know how this is going to line up. Whether this is going to be too wide for this, so you're going to have to zoom out. I might zoom out a little bit here. Let me see. Okay. Whoever these are, they should end up somewhere in this box. I'm hoping. And they are. Wow, that's not what I expected. I really thought Ghost were gonna headline, but it seems not. We have Limp Bizkit headlining. I mean, this is, I guess, this year's Korn, right? It's a new metal behemoth, not Behemoth, the band Behemoth, but a massive epic new metal band that has always deserved more respect in my view than they've got. They're incredible live, always amazing at festivals. They're going to headline Download Festival. That's going to be huge. That's going to be a really big moment. And I'm excited for that because I love Limp Bizkit and I want to see a longer set from them where they play, you know, a wider range from their discography. That's going to be good fun. And everyone's going to, you know most of the words. That'll be cool. Guns N' Roses is a bit of a surprise here. Because, well, they played Download, I guess, when was that now? Well, I suppose it was about 10 years ago, nearly. 8 to 10 years ago. They've got massive hits, and that will be a popular booking amongst some demographic or the festival goers. That probably frees me up to see a headliner on another stage, unless no one's clashing with Guns N' Roses. I don't know. Yeah, they're, you know, much respect to Guns N' Roses. People will be delighted. It's not quite the headliner that I would be stoked about myself, but that's not what festivals are about. I can't love all of the bands because then there'll be clashes and then I'll just be sad. So that's all right. But, you know, it's going to appease a lot of people who are into, you know, seeing them live in particular. So fine. And Linkin Park, yeah, I guess this is one that I think I was predicting from the last Download Festival that might headline, because they played the massive Wembley Stadium shows, and they've been a previous Download Festival headliner and really impressed. They played all of Hybrid Theory from start to finish in full back when Chester was around, and it was absolutely amazing. And then they played the newer stuff after that, and it fell off with excitement a little bit. But they have the new singer. I saw them in Paris when they had Sleep Token supporting them, and it was good. It was a very good show, you know. I don't know if this is in... They're all headliner UK exclusives. Okay, grand. I don't know whether this is in the order of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or whether this might shift. But, you know, if it is, then it looks like Linkin Park will close the festival, which is a big spot. But who knows? So, plenty in there that I'm excited about. Some that I've not seen play Download Festival before. Can I zoom out a little bit more on it? Oh, I've moved the wrong thing. I can't. The problem is, because this is a landscape, I can't fit the whole thing in. But there we have it. Download Festival 2026 has quite a smattering of bands, a good range, as we've seen in recent years, of different genres and styles and popularity of groups. I'm mostly excited to think about the up-and-coming smaller bands. There's some in there that I'm a big fan of that I know are going to take this opportunity and crush it. So, very exciting. Some amazing bands in there, and plenty that I've not heard of before, so I'm looking forward to discovering some new bands. So there we have it. That's the lineup for 2026 Download Festival so far. They might add a couple bands between now and the festival. There's a few months to go, but that's a lot of bands to announce in the first run, and there's plenty to be excited about. If you're looking at that thinking, it's a shit lineup, all those bands are trash, that's fucking impossible, because there is a range of bands there. And there's some new headliners, like Limp Bizkit's never headlined before. It's obviously been a long time since Linkin Park has. So it's, you know, there's some big hitters for sure. And I think across all the various kind of levels in that lineup, I think there's some really interesting acts. And I'm excited to discover some new ones as well. Plenty I've not heard of before. That's always exciting to me. So we'll discover some new bands at Download Festival. If you're going, I will see you there.